toward familiar patterns, even when they aren't healthy. It's as if each encounter writes a new chapter in a book we're subconsciously authoring. Beyond the biochemical, there's a psychological narrative at play. The concept of state-dependent learning explains why intimate moments etch powerful memories. Experiences encoded in heightened emotional states serve as reference points, shaping how we perceive future interactions. Swiss psychiatrist Carl Jung's theory of soul fragments brings another layer of understanding. Intimate connections can scatter pieces of our psychological energy across our relationship history. Without conscious integration, this fragmentation manifests as commitment issues or emotional numbness. The unpredictable nature of casual relationships mirrors intermittent reinforcement patterns, a potent psychological mechanism akin to addiction. The uncertainty of these connections can create attachment wounds that deepen with each encounter, subtly reshaping our capacity for trust and vulnerability. Over time, these experiences accumulate, transforming our relational identity. Your attachment system, designed for deep, sustained bonds, struggles under the weight of repeated connection and disconnection. Psychologist John Bowlby documented how defensive adaptations form, initially subtle but eventually rigid, altering how open you allow yourself to be. Picture a mosaic losing tiles. At first, the image remains clear, but over time, crucial pieces go missing, distorting the picture. Emotional responses become fragmented, creating contradictions. Longing for connection, yet pushing it away. Craving intimacy, but feeling relief when it ends. So how do we navigate this complex landscape? The path to authentic intimacy begins with awareness. Carl Jung emphasized that healing starts by making the unconscious conscious. Recognize your patterns without judgment, understanding that these aren't flaws, but adaptive strategies that once protected you. Rebuilding psychological boundaries is key. Healthy boundaries aren't about exclusion, but maintaining integrity. They allow genuine connections while protecting your emotional well-being. Start with physical boundaries, ensuring conditions for intimacy align with your emotional needs. Intentionality transforms encounters from unconscious reenactments to conscious choices. Ask yourself, what am I truly seeking? What meaning does this connection hold? These questions aren't about permission, but clarity. Temporary abstinence might seem counterintuitive, but it creates space for developing earned security. Journaling about past encounters, identifying patterns, and working with a therapist can provide insights into how your history shapes current behaviors. Practice emotional regulation skills, expanding your capacity for vulnerability in friendships before romantic connections. When you do engage romantically, progress at a pace that allows for integration, ensuring each experience becomes part of a coherent narrative rather than another fragmented memory. Perhaps the depth you seek isn't in another person, but in the courage to face yourself completely. Understanding the psychological impact of intimacy empowers you to build healthier relationships. By embracing conscious choices and integrating past experiences, you can create meaningful connections that enrich your life. Remember, the journey to authentic intimacy is about aligning your choices with your true needs, fostering connections that support your growth and well-being. As we close this exploration, envision the mosaic of your emotional landscape, each tile representing a connection, a memory. With awareness and intention, you can restore the missing pieces, creating a vibrant, coherent